Hi everybody, my name is Brad from T.CON, and today I'm happy to join you here today to show you a little bit about our application, the MES Suite. So let's take a look. We're going to start off with an introduction into the application by looking at our Launchpad. So you can see here it is an SAP Fiori Launchpad integrated into our own application. At the top you can see various different menus where we can navigate through and look at different applications that we've implemented, for example, our enterprise logbook, various different analytics aspects. But today we're going to focus on one of our main work centers, and that is our coder. So let's click on the tile and take a more precise look. So when you hop in, you can see the Launchpad. So this provides a useful overview for the operator when they open up the work center to see various different aspects of the work center as they dive in and want to see what's going on in production. At the top, you can see in the menu, you can see what work center is available, as well as what shop floor order is currently selected, as well as the machine status. Generally, when we have the machine status here, so downtime, setup, and production, in this example, these will automatically be taken over by machine interfaces if they are available. Of course, if they aren't available, we can do it all manually, as you'll see in various different steps in this process, as our demo system isn't connected one-to-one to a machine. Looking at the information available, you can see various different aspects for the operation, operation start and stop time, as well as a production timeline for the last 24 hours, and as well as the current system settings. There's OEE, operational quantity, and various other different aspects which an operator has an overview of right away. On the left, you can see the menu bar with which the operator uses to navigate through various different steps in production. So we can take a look at, for example, shop floor orders, see what shop floor orders are available for this machine for them to activate. We can take a look at input. And here in this example, you can see we are on a coder. So we're taking some foil and coating that onto some paper. And you can see we have currently 2 input reels. They're almost at the end of their running length. And so we need to make sure that we select the next and add a preparation reel for the next step in production. You can see there's warnings and there's various different notifications that come up to warn the operator as they're doing production to make sure that they're aware of various different restrictions and areas that they need to keep an eye on. Continuing along, we have, for example, material. So for this coating process, we have an adhesive that we use to to stick the 2 layers together. That is recorded as well, and also the amount and quantity required is made available to us. We can go through and actually record the production information, so the actual produced quantities, as well as scrap and defect information, which can be recorded manually or also automated via camera systems if you have that information available. And at the end, the last step in this example is, of course, a more detailed version of the timeline, which you saw earlier. So you can look at everything in a timeline to see what exact codes were used over the last 24 hours. You can make adjustments as needed and make certain improvements, but it's all to provide a useful visual overview to operators and users of the system as they're going through. Now that was just a quick overview of navigating a simple work center as well as using the Fiori Launchpad. In the next step, we'll take a look at more details. Stay tuned.